Welcome to the Sacred Sasquatch Symposium, or welcome back after lunch. I'm Kelly Rainbow Butterfly, and I'm going to be sharing OmniCosmic Connection heart songs, which are key codes and activation codes. Okay. Just final readjustments here. The time has come, my lovely friends, to talk of many things, like stars and plants and consciousness of yours and many beings. And so this truth comes out in rhyme as it is born from me. Alas, today I come to play with Arcturine energies. With song and dance and play and romance, you will find your heart still sings. And if it chokes, just cut the ropes that bind you to beliefs. My name is Key, and I am she who sings this to you now. But also I'm a part of him and her and you right now. Together we will sit and learn and teach and love and heal. And just when we think we know it all, then more will be revealed. Each of us live many lives simultaneously. So it's time to know how they unite and remember that we're free. Many thanks to all of you who chose to be here now. The earth and stars and other beings give a gracious bow. The founders. Unification. Transmission. Bless, family, I'm pleased to be, as I am pleased with you. For this is the reality we chose to see this through. Since the time the all that is decided to be separate, we're fragments looking for our source, so lonely, confused, and desperate. Although you do not have to be in total desperation, you're here to remember the illusion of separation. For you and I, the trees, the stars, the oceans, fruits, and waters are all a part of the great whole. We're siblings, sons and daughters. You see, we're here to suffer, to experience polarity. Together, we created this physical reality. And once again, we're shown this truth, reminded of ourselves, so that you can integrate this truth within yourself. Those feelings of loathing, sadness, and fear, they want to tell you something. So don't ignore, instead explore. Those feelings aren't just nothing. So when you know that you are free, you can begin to heal. And so you feel, so it's revealed, and transform yourself to heal. Lyra. Eleven, 1. Memories. Healing. And so let's start to pick apart the reasons why we're here. Make no mistake, it is our fate. The lessons are quite clear. It all began with one small thought of curiosity, and from that thought was born the world of pole duality. And so the one we all come from was fractured and divided. And then we noticed differences that made us so short-sighted. Eventually, we chose our place, beliefs, and race and planet. But the further that we splintered out, the more that we forgot it. And so we lived with different thoughts, with these identities, from Lyra, Vega, Sirius, Orion, and the Pleiades. For eons now, there have been wars among these many beings. Some want peace, some want control, but we all want the same thing. I always get cracked up there, sorry. This journey in polarity looks different in perspectives, but these poles serve us to remind that we are all relatives. The agenda for each one of us is to return to source, the source that's always been within, despite our chosen course. Now, here we are as human beings on this planet we call Earth. Are you ready to resolve this trauma that we've been reliving since her birth? The drama started long before the planet Earth existed. So as we shift, we have a chance again to be uplifted. So let's remember who we are, where we come from, why. Remember that we are all one, connected to the sky. Let's breathe and love and cry and share and hold each other's hand. Together, we can once again create a sacred land. Orion. Polarity. Integration. I've shared of the importance that we remember that we're free. But what's that mean? Free will, free choice, and also sovereignty. You see, we all have choices in the way that we respond. Will you accept or will you reject beliefs that are beyond? We all were given this great gift of will. It's in the blueprint. The challenge is remembering this will in every moment. When we forget we have free will, the lessons are much harder. But the more you use your own free will, divine memories grow stronger. We are all responsible for every action taken. The universe responds each time. Don't ever be mistaken. Call it karma if you wish. It's not a punishment. The more you are aware of it, the more enlightenment. So you might say that it's a game that we all chose to play. And though the outcome of this game already came to pass, it is the way we play the game that has the most impact. So your free will is your best tool while you are still divided. Believe and trust and love yourself, and you're divinely guided. Vega. $99. sovereignty, future, today, I'd really like to share a tool to set you free. We all have it. There is no cost. It's creativity. This energy that dwells within is your authentic self. When you express it, it brings more joy, more peace, and better health. Each of us are unique in the way that we express it. Some might dance or write or sing or paint or stitch a blanket. Maybe you like to cook with love or leave your thoughts for others. Maybe you like to dress or do your hair in many colors. Whichever way you choose to use your creativity, it's beautiful. So just be you. That's all that you can be. This creative flow comes from your heart, rooted deep within your soul. So when you make it tangible, your heart will always know. And here's the reason why I write these words so they are rhyming. It is a way to sing heart songs at just the perfect timing. The human brain likes patterns and divine fluidity. And so this channel expresses this through creativity. Each word and pause and idea expressed contains a sacred code. These codes assist to activate your DNA and mode. Because we chose to be 3D, our bodies and minds want healing. So we create to integrate the spirit in our feelings. Vega. $11:11:55. Arcturian creations. Expression. And so let's talk some more about divine polarities. Divine because they are a part of all realities. There's up and down and black and white, right and wrong and dark and light. And while all these appear to be separate and divided, the goal here is to integrate them all to be united. For negative and positive seem to be on different spectrums, but they coexist so we can see the truth that we've been kept from. And when we can collectively integrate these sides, they merge into the apex point where unity resides. Acceptance of our differences, beliefs, and origins is a great step for humanity as our soul transcendence begins. So no matter what, we must remember to love unconditionally ourselves, our friends, even enemies, and all our family. When we can embrace and learn that everything is our teacher, the lessons in the school of life are felt and seen much clearer. There are times to shine and to retreat, times of famine and of feast, times of sadness and times of joy, times to be both girl and boy. Seasons, cycles, summer, winter, within, without, roses and splinters, day and night, and work and play, and sun and moon, predator and prey. Everything plays a role in our journey back to source. And as you know, all paths lead home, no matter what the course. serious. Three, 3, 3. Unity. Home. And so we were created with vulnerability, the need for food, shelter, clothes, and mobility. We were designed this way to remember we are source. So we need our Mother Gaia and her bountiful resource. The trees are lungs, the rivers are blood, the stones are consciousness. The leaves let go, mountains blanket in snow, and the sun sets in the west. In nature, everything has flow in cycles and in seasons. And so there's times that we will grow and go within for reasons. We are made of earth and stars and dust and all these elements. And with gratitude and consciousness, we can and will rebalance. The planet nurtures and provides all that's needed to survive. As above, so below, without's within, where our souls know. So look to nature to understand your deep divine connection. It mirrors us and all that is, the truth in our reflection. Earth. Five, 5, 5, 5. Compassion. Truth. There's many races and ancestors that help us to remember. The Zetas, Reptoids, Syrians, Avians, and Sasquatch are great mentors. Pleiadians are much like us, and we are much like them. And that's because we are the same no matter where we've been. They've left us clues like pyramids and coded calendars, and unique genes and languages and star ambassadors. Astrology and sacred tools like frequencies and crystals. Elders even leave us signs and geometric symbols. And so we can remember too that this is all resolved. Our karma are just patterns of problems to be solved. But often we forget the drama's already been healed. But trauma is like an onion that is strong when it is peeled. Orion's done. Let's celebrate. The hardest part is through. And now we can all integrate so we can be renewed. You are all Orion lights, exposing all these shadows. So keep on shining in the dark, you beautiful commandos. Pleiades. Two, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Ancestors. Light. And so we will remind you of your closest earth descent, The Sasquatch people have a lot of truth they can present. Our DNA is 99% the same as theirs. The biggest difference is our size and the number of our hairs. The Bigfoot people are sentient beings and carekeepers of our planet, but they're also our big brothers, helping us to heal our habits. This hairy race of humanoids still sit with our star elders. They teach of love and honesty. They're mankind's greatest helpers. Like us, they're here to integrate and heal themselves and others. And when we do, it all affects our sisters and our brothers. So listen to their wisdom and apply it to your life. Your soul will quickly know its truth in your divine birthright. They say the time is urgent now to change humanity. If we don't, we will repeat another history. The only thing for sure is change, and it's happening right now. So please assist our race and theirs by beginning to allow. Sasquatch. Seven, 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 seven. DNA. Change. The Zetas are another race that helps humanity, for we help them to integrate emotions and feelings. Their species crisis came to pass. They accepted constant change. They realized they could not go back, continuing old ways. They lived in fear and they withdrew to protect themselves and others. And now they've healed, so they reach out to family through the mothers. Family shares DNA and also soul connections. So do not fear when they appear and give you some directions. The Zetas are the beings that many see with the big eyes. They sometimes bring us on their ships to observe us and advise. Us humans gave their race a gift, and now they're gifting us. We teach them about family. They teach us about trust. Together, we evolve and heal and co-create an outcome where all the souls through time and space are healed and loved and welcome. Bless you all for being here and listening to me. I intend these songs have touched your heart and inspire you to sing. Zeta. One, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Awaken. Okay, thank you. I'm switching my screen back around now. All right. Let's see. So that ended a little early. We were scheduled to go till 3. Let's see, are there any questions or any, let me review the chat here real quick. Oh, thank you. Those poems, those heart songs, This is the first time, actually, no, I've been through it one other time without crying. You heard me cracking up there, for a little bit. So I think it went pretty smooth, but usually I'm hardly able to get through them without just, shaking and tearing. My body sweats and rattles, and it's truth coming out. Anybody that channels, I'm sure, can relate to that feeling as well. So, and really the source of these heart songs, they're coming from within me. It's also from the Sasquatch. Like I could specifically say Suni, my guide, was very much a part of writing these, but also all the other races of the beings that I mentioned, all of them are a part of this in delivering this message and delivering these key codes. And they've assured me that there's going to be more on the way, possibly a whole book of them. And so I look forward to that. And it's something that I often read back to myself even. Not to mention the Sasquatch Message to Humanity books. I still reread those because I get more and more out of them every time. And, but now I find myself sometimes even thinking in poems. When I'm feeling really inspired like this, every single thought that I have, I'm doing it in rhyme. And I'm like, oh, that's really good. I should write that down. But, you don't have a pen with you at every moment. So, yeah.
I love it in poem. I love the whole, I mean, that's really great that it's in stanza in rhyme.
Yes, thank you.
Carry a little mini recorder around with you, because when I was writing my music and stuff, I didn't get it right away. I'd forget it, so I just had to have that with me all the time.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a really good idea. I usually always do have pen and paper with me everywhere, but not just doing mundane little things. So, but if I'm planning a trip to the woods, I'm bringing pen and paper. So,
yeah. I'm reading through the questions.
yes.
Okay, I guess these are all older questions. I don't know, maybe you find some of them interesting to answer.
I do. I'm browsing. Yeah. Hi, Jackie. Welcome. Thank you.
Now that I understand how to use that feature, I didn't earlier.
Okay.
Rita Shurtick said that poetry makes them more memorable as an art form. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I feel too. It's more memorable, and just the impact that it really has on your heart, or like I said too, the way that Christina, I love how you described earlier, how the fairies, they want to hear it in this form because they can flow and dance with it. And that's what it feels like. It's not so much a lecture when, it's coming through in this poetic way.
Yes, it's breathing life back into the language. Yes.
If I'd known you were going to be doing poetry, I would have done one of my Sasquatch ones.
Oh, you have some Sasquatch poetry?
I'm putting you on the spot, Brian.
Do you want me to find it?
Well, you have to do your talk.
You're next, actually. While you're looking for it, I have a video of our dear sister Alana that I would like to play too. It's another one that, I see Hale joined us. Welcome, Hale. This is another one that Hale filmed. I believe it was last year at the camp out, the Sasquatch family reunion. It could have possibly been from the year before. I'm not positive, but anyhow, this is our sister, Alana Marmel, with a beautiful message for us. I'm gonna share real quick.
Hey, you wanna hear how they wanna? Hey, you wanna hear na hear ta? Hey, you wanna hear na hear ta? Oh, yeah, she okata ne na. We are kata miana he oshia. Miana he okata he oshia. You are here kata he oshia. He oa he o kata he oshia. He ooh, he ooh, he ooh, he ooh, yani ahakiatea. Ya kumpantatia shia hia tantantia tawa katayanti shiwaho. Ayana Iana Alana Shea Naya Katata. My name is Alana. I am here as an ambassador of the Star Nations and also here to connect with Sasquatch. One of the missions, if you will, or jobs and joys to do is to be a part of the collective that's connecting in terms of community, people being more conscious and awake and aware, and spiraling that energy both out and in to the earth and to the cosmos. We have created a circle, if you will, but it's more of a spiral because it's open. It's a space that's open for everyone to give their gifts, for everyone to step up and into what we're here to accomplish together, which is the awakening of all being. So yes, we want our star brothers, our earth brethren, all being to be awake and as aware as possible. We all have an important role to play. Every being who's alive right now is here with a reason for being. And our gifts may look different. But it's time now for us to come together with our family, with our spirit family, with our star family, with our unity family, with our Sasquatch family, with our crystal skulls family, with the rock nations, with the trees, with the fairy folk, with the elementals, with indigenous, with all of us in the planet and all dimensions of being. It is now time for us to come together in unity, where sovereignty is honored, where freedom is honored, where our gifts are seen and appreciated, and we support one another. The time is now for us to be with the planet and recognize and remember the sovereignty of this world. The world that we live with is a living being as well. And she is welcoming and loving and very happy to be working with us at this time. So it really is this wonderful gathering, and it is a family reunion here at our Sasquatch Nation, or Sasquatch HQ, and I think of it as Sassy. As for my personal connections, I had dreams since I was very young of being with Sasquatch, and I tended to keep those dreams to myself, and I think for good purpose. There was a time when our world here on this planet Earth was not so welcoming and aware and conscious of beings who are here to assist us, who are here as our relations. And so now is that time. Now is the time for all of us to be as activated and stepping into and supporting and co-creating what's coming next. It's a beautiful time to be alive, and I am blessed and very humble and grateful to be here with this wonderful community of beings. And I'm going to encourage everyone who hears this and listens to this to step into your own frequencies. If you feel a song is coming, express it. If you feel like sound needs to be created, create it. We are all capable of tuning our own selves and our own being using our own frequencies. And they may not sound like mine. There's a lot of variations of sound and frequencies, and people are emerging with their own spirit or their own energies sound. And the encouragement that I hear is it's time to express that and share our gifts and do it with joy. We dance, we sing, we make music, and we come together. We make films, we make art, Some people frequencies come better through movement. Some people art, so we drawing or pictures. Whatever is coming forward, allow it to express. Be there for each other and ourselves. Be gentle with ourselves. Nurture ourselves and our beautiful bodies that are here to help sustain us in this journey. So I want to express gratitude again. And I wish you all a happy awakening. And so it is.